regarding the BJP TDP alliances, you have been gone through. Then when BJP promised that we will provide special category status for Andhra for 15 years at Tirupati stage.
No, it was the constitutional promise was given in at the time of bifurcation by UPA, and then led by Mr. Sri Manmohan Singh ji, then Prime Minister, and it was a constitutional promise, and it is given by Government of India, led by UPA. The successive government, who were supposed to come later, it could be UPA or anyone, but later as NDA came into the power, it is NDA's responsibility to make sure that the promise or whatever they had constitutionally guaranteed promise, they are supposed to fulfill it. They cannot go back on it. The issue is, it is a constitution violation. So when it is not being honored, definitely it is going to create a lot of unrest, and it is very haphazard bifurcation process, whatever they did. In 1997, the fundamental the prime personality issue is about Bharatiya Janata Party, which had promised one vote and two states. That's a resolution they had passed in 1997 in Kakinada, saying that if you give us one vote, we will separate Andhra Pradesh into two parts. That means they should have taken enough care. So Bharatiya Janata Party has more responsibility than any other party, because they are the ones who are fundamentally who had initiated the bifurcation process, though Congress was a part of it later. So naturally, when I had aligned with BJP in 2014, my intention was, I took it to the notice of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, citing all these examples, whatever they had done. He agreed, and he said it will be given. And that's what we had promised in Tirupati, along with everyone, because assuming and believing in the people of that stature. When now they have gone back, it is a violation of constitution, and Pradhan Mantri ji, when he entered into the very central hall, the way he bowed down to the parliament central hall steps, it shows that he has got a lot of respect and reverence for constitution. The central hall which made constitution debates happen there. So naturally, everyone in Andhra Pradesh actually believed that Pradhan Mantri ji is going to deliver the promise which had been given by UPA. But when it hasn't been done, naturally, and not even a state government is not taking forward. Now it has become a people's movement. That's what we look at.
In regard with the AP CM Chandrababu Naidu, the standard statements regarding when he has been accepted for the special package, and now he is saying...
No, people, I understand, regarding the state government, how they could have taken this initiative. See, the problem is, in political process, we understand they go back on their word at certain times, depending on though they had promised, somehow it would be difficult for them to take it forward. But in given circumstances, and all of them were a part of bifurcation and also a result of whatever happened later, haphazard manner. Even TDP is a part of the entire political process, because last 3 decades they were in political process in the AP. In AP Bifurcation Act, they played a very crucial role. I thought by coming into the power, by supporting them, I thought they would do justice to the people. But the problem is, again they went back to the old ways in an opportunistic manner. They didn't stand by people. And whenever I was raising my voice, and Honorable Chief Minister Sri Chandrababu Naidu ji says that there is no need to, when I raised my voice to special category status, he said it is not what the Hanuman says, it's not a Sanjeevani. It is not a life-saving thing. Even a special package would do. But I said there is no such thing as special package. They renamed whatever the regular funds which would come in, which would flow into the state government anyhow, by center. And somehow, there is some kind of nexus is there between TDP and BJP then. Something that didn't work, and today that didn't work, now they are going back on their word. And when they are in tune with BJP, they say one word. When they are out of tune with BJP, they say something else. So this consistent and constant change of stand has created a lot of confusion that has diluted the special category status and the right of people. And that's the reason why we are taking it forward with the help of people.
In regard with the special category status and fight with the union government. Do you think this special category status is from the ground level, sir? And is there?
And first of all, yeah, no, it is. You have to understand. Looking at few rich men, people who could spend few crores of people, few crores for elections, looking at the richest chief minister, country should not assume that everyone in Andhra Pradesh is rich like Honorable Chief Minister Sri Chandrababu Naidu ji. And of course, looking at the way the corruption scams happen, it is the politicians and the political class, most of them or few of them, I can't say most of them, at least a significant number of them, they have different issues, and the way they had used it for their own benefit, the systems. And eventually a lot of them got caught up in different cases and everything. And assuming that, looking at that, please don't deny whatever is the right of the people. And at the ground level, to understand, if you go to Anantapur, which is more or less the largest district in India, and if you look at the backwardness, there is a lot of pain and a lot of migration, lack of opportunities in all the backward districts. There are Andhra Pradesh, out of 13 districts, 70% of the districts are backward. And there are no opportunities, employment opportunities are not there, educational institutions are not there. And today everyone wants to reap the demographic dividend. When there is no constructive and approach how to give opportunities for the youth, education and employment, it will create unrest, because most of the development happened in Hyderabad. And the entire developed area had been left to Hyderabad, and people had to come out with nothing. And today, to develop infrastructure, there are no funds here. And the problem with TDP is they should have fought fiercely for this, but somehow, for their own convenience, for their own benefit, they sought their own benefits rather than the benefits for people. That's why it has been diluted, but the swelling anger in people, seething anger at the ground level is very intense, and you will see it as time goes by. Country will realize that.
Okay, sir. APCM and other ministers saying that Pawan Kalyan asked us to come to Delhi, and he will coordinate with the other parties to put a no confidence motion petition. And
yeah, I understand.
Nothing
Yeah.
has been gone through.
Yeah, when there is, because the problem is it didn't start with TDP. It started with YSRCP. And I put a question, Joint Fact Finding Committee, when we had, one of the discussions happened, what are the opportunities to take forward the special category status, a debate to happen in Parliament. One of the procedure was to initiate no confidence motion. Even a single parliamentary member can initiate it. And later it should be supported by 50 people. I think just a little less than 50 or 45 above, minimum 50 I think. So the reason why I said, because already the TDP MPs who are fiercely fighting for special category status, at least for the sake of people they're saying it, I don't know what exactly happens in the House of Parliament and in Delhi. They said we're going to fighting for it. I said we pushed them through Joint Fact Finding Committee in one of the debates. I said, in one of the press meets, I said, why don't you initiate no confidence motion? Then I said, there is no people who would come forward. I said, it is TDP's responsibility. Even if everyone is fighting for the interest of the state, so it is a common interest, it's not a party interest. So even if YSRCP wants to take the advantage of complete special category status issue, then I said, please take it, but at least initiate. Then I thought I would do, then I said we don't have enough people. I said 25 people, parliamentarian members are there, parliamentarians are there, even from the state itself, they cannot go back. If one party, either of the party, even an independent member from Andhra Pradesh has to initiate, the rest of the 24 has to support it. There is no way of escaping. So that is 25 done. And in Guntur, Congress party said, we are for special category status, which is by Mr. Shri Akhilesh Yadav ji and Shri Rahul Gandhi ji and rest of the members who came from UPA, representing UPA, they said, we're going to support it. I said, they're going to come. And still, if you need more support and more debate, and there is a lot of unrest against BJP-led center, government of India, a lot of people send feelers that we will support it. So anyhow, that is, the reason was when I said it is only when there is no support. When more than 50 plus members are coming, where is the need for me to go? Anyhow, they're coming. So anyhow, when they are coming forward, it is the parliamentarians' responsibility to take it forward to make a debate happen. And somehow, they don't want to let it happen unless coming in the well and creating noise. They could have kept quiet. They moved the confidence motion. They should have initiated the debate, and which they didn't. And that's how people today suspect. Is it really working for the people, or merely it is a staged protest? That's what.
Okay, sir. Until last but not the least, sir. Yesterday you have been inaugurated unveiled a book which wrote by Mr. I. Krishna Rao ji. That is whose capital city is Amravati.
Yeah.
Do you think that corruption has been happened in the construction of the capital city in Amravati state, sir?
Because the construction is yet to happen, but the land holdings have already been taken away. Today, a capital has to, even Rome is not built in one day. That's what the saying goes. So overnight, a capital can never be built. Even if you look at the old forts, that's what I was saying to one of my speech yesterday, saying that to build even a fort, if you look at the Rajasthan forts, it is initiated by one generation, finished by the successive generation. It took sometimes 2 or 3, sometimes even the 4th generation finished it. That is just for a fort. Imagine 33,000 acres or 45 to 50,000 acres plus capital. They wanted to create a Singapore city. And I said, how do you create a Singapore city? Even the Singapore city is still being built, still being developed. So there is no way that is, I feel that is a way of deceiving people. But I said, normally what is the purpose of a capital? It is for a mere administrative affairs. That would normally need around 200 acres. Even Telangana, that's what it is. But rest of the Telangana was built at decades. It took few decades. At least 6 to 7 decades what we are seeing today. At the last 2.5 decades, it took already the capital is there well built, and also one more city has been added. That's what city has been developed by then successive governments. So to create that kind of capital, when I spoke about corruption, see, people had identified the land already. People wanted to take advantage. So a lot of private parties had become a part of it. They had initiated, who are very close to the government, they bought lands ahead, and eventually the development goes only to whoever is there in the administration, their centric capital, not the people's capital. Imagine a guy from backward areas, even someone from middle class, lower middle class, if they want to migrate to Amravati, where is the space for them? How are they going to buy the land? They haven't taken all into this, they haven't counted all this. And somehow on purpose, or is it it's a mere overlook? I don't know. But whatever it is, the loss is for the people, and it is not a people-centric capital, it is only a party-centric capital. That's what, it is not my voice, it is the people's voice. That's what I just echoed, people's voice. In fact, I was the first guy to raise my voice against BJP on multiple occasions, right from demonetization to GST, and so many, including cow slaughter, and all these issues. And if you go back into my tweets, you understand, if someone follows my social media account, then you'll see it very clearly. See, for me, I'm not pro or anti to one party. It is only the policies are not reflecting the people's interests. Definitely, I'll raise my concern and raise my voice. No, it is the voice of people which I echo, which I resonate, not Bharatiya Janata Party. And regarding the special category status, I was the one who first initiated the debate, and also I raised my voice against BJP. And how come suddenly, conveniently, TDP can say that? Do you think today all these people's fronts which are fighting for the special category, do you think they're also organized by BJP? That's what CM. In fact, Chandrababu Naidu ji is the one who is ally of BJP. It is not Pawan Kalyan, or it is not Janasena. I think that's what they should realize. When it is conveniently, it is way of speaking in a convenient manner, but somehow they know it. That's why they don't have the strength, and people are not believing. Maybe it's just empty. It's a husk.
Okay, sir. In regard with the Supreme Court's judgment in regard with the SC/ST atrocity case, hence BJP has been supported that incident. Your voice, sir?
Oh, regarding the SC/ST atrocity act. See, it is initiated in the parliament. I think they, instead of leaving it to the courts, the majority feeling, including my feeling, is they should have created a debate on it. If there is some kind of violation is there, someone is misusing it, they should have initiated a dialogue in a debate in the parliament, and then the majority of the parliament should have had a say in it. But though Supreme Court has all the authority, but the law was constituted in the House of Parliament, I think they should have left to the Parliament. That's what people feel and I feel.
Present political scenario in the state and the union government, sir. As per the 2019 emerging elections.
How the elections going to emerge in 2019? Which party? I feel it is going to be a very fractured result. Very fractured result, not even even at the states, even at different states and everything. If you see, the trends are changing. And if you look at Gujarat, and because I don't see even if you look at Tamil Nadu, somehow the people, the political parties are there is they're not able to understand the aspirations of youth, and the change what is happening in their minds is they're not able to assess it, and it is going to quite a turbulent time politically from 2000 election till 2021. I feel there's going to be a sea of changes in Indian politics. A lot of new political leaders would emerge, and there's going to be quite a turbulent period for the better politics. That's what I look at. It's going to be a very fractured result. I don't think there's going to be a lot of coalition governments pan-India.
Makkal Needhi Mayyam President Kamal Hassan has been raised his voice against GST, and have you gone through that, sir? Would you like to notify that thing one more time?
See, Makkal Needhi Mayyam, regarding GST, like we all said, there's a lot of they say one tax system, but the problem is they should have taken. Though they said they had done enough exercise, it's never enough for a country which is divided on the lines of multi-ethnic, multicultural and multi-establishments, industrial establishments. A lot of complaints are there. And also the problem is that the planning commission, which right now is that according to the population ratio, they're going to allocate the budget and all these issues, and also along with the GST, it has created a lot of turbulence. Because suddenly it has dropped down a lot of production around, even if I look at it, though the constant adjustments are there, but that process of adjustment, I think it is haphazardly, they had introduced the bill. Maybe that's the only way they can do it, they had done it, but it is going that whatever the turbulence which has created by GST, it will take a long time to settle down, and maybe it is good for in the long run, but one generation or at least in the next few years, I think all of us has to go through the turbulence and pain of GST.